भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण। In our ISKCON setup, Srila Prabhupada has given us various books to read. So, like Bhagavad Gita. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita? Raise your hand. Okay. Then Upadeshamrut, then Isopnishad and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. How many of you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion? You read? Okay. So from Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we are discussing that series from sadhana to sadhya. Sadhana we do every day, and sadhya is to achieve Krishna Prema, Golok, Vrindavan, Krishna Loka, and which consists of love of Krishna. That is our goal. And sadhana is what we do every day. And we discussed in our classes that there are two types of sadhana. One is Vaidhi sadhana, following the rules and regulations of the Shastras with and the spiritual master, like getting up early in the morning, arati, japa, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam. These are all the Vaidhi sadhana, what we do. And also we hear that when there is something very special item is added, that becomes another type of sadhana bhakti. That is also sadhana bhakti. That is called raga sadhana, ranganuga sadhana. And that special item which is added in our daily practice, that is, Shastra it is said, intense greed, lobha, where there is intense greed or lobha in our practicing sadhana, then that same practice is called raga, raganuga sadhana. And what is raga? We discussed iste swarasiki, iste swavishta. Means iste means the object of love. For us, in our case, the object of love is Krishna and is tadiyas. In Krishna, intense absorption and so such absorption and such greed develop to hear, to chant, to serve, to darshan for so and so many activities what we do generally, so on and so forth. So this, because of this, the intense attachment and intense absorption in object of love like Krishna and his tadiyas, that is called raga sadhana. That is raga. Now today we will hear how this word comes raganuga, because both are sadhana bhakti. So for that we have to understand what is called raga atmika. Yesterday we in our class we discussed it's in the associates of Krishna, in the associates of Krishna in the Vrindavan, every entity, Brajavasi Janadisu, the word is there in the verse, Brajavasi Janadisu. Janadisu, Adisu means there is when calf and cow, deer, monkey, cows, bulls, or bolo, peacocks, the trees, the grass, the sarovars, the swans, the mountains, and dasya, sakhya, vatsalya, and madhurya, all varieties of devotees, everyone is Brajavasi. So in these Brajavasis, the special type of devotion is there, that is called raga atmika. Their atma, there is no difference between atma and sarir in Brajavasi, in Krishna's associates, but their whole constitution consists of raga, intense attachment towards Lord. Even the ant, even the grass, even the leaf, even the tree, you must have seen in our children's Little Krishna serial. The trees, they bow down to give the fruit to Krishna. When Krishna Balaram goes to the forest. That means they are all chinmaya. They are not the tree of this world. So their devotion to the Lord is called ragatmika. So let me write down something. Hare Krishna. So Prabhu can say, otherwise just move it. Here in the Vrindavan, the Ragatmika Parsad are there, which the devotion is Ragatmika, and they are of two types, Sambandha Rupa and Kama Rupa. So what is Sambandha Rupa? They are the parents like Nanda Baba, Upananda Baba, Jasoda Maya, Rohini Mata. All these are like such relations. They are they come under Sambandha Rupa Bhakti and their relatives. Krishna's Tau, Chacha, uncle, aunt, everyone they come in the category of Sambandha Rupa. And Krishna's friends, Sakha, and Dasyas like Raktak and Paktak. They all come on the Sambandha Rupa. And another category, the Parsadas in Krishna's Loka, that is called Kamarupa. Kamarupa is like conjugal relations. Like the the queens also they come in the conjugal relation, Kamarupa, and Gopis and Manjaris. So this is the bhakti of Krishna's associates in Krishna Loka, in Goloka Vrindavan. Now, those who follow either Dasya, Sakhya, Vachalya or Madhurya, they are called Anuga, and then their, the title is Raga Anuga. Hare Krishna. Those who follow the Ragatmika Parsada, who are the eternal associates of the Lord, those sadhakas who follow the Ragatmika Parsada, means who are the eternal associates of the Lord, they are called as ranganuga. Because Ragatmika cannot attained by ordinary living entity like all of us. But we can follow the Ragatmika Parsada, they are called Raganuga. In Raganuga, they are of two types, like Ragatmika. One is called Sambandhanuga, another is called Kamanuga. Again, Sambandhanuga means what? The devotees who follow the parents, the friends, parents like Nanda Yasoda, the friends like Sridham, Subal, Madhumangal, etc. and the dasas, raktak paktak like dasya associates, they come in the category of Sambandhanuga. Kamanuga are they devotees who follow the queens or the gopis, manjaris of Vrindavan, and they practice the sadhana in that way. So they are of two types. One is called Sambhog Ichhamayi. In Bhakti Rasamrita it says Sambhog Ichhamayi means the mood of heroine. Don't think of the Bollywood heroine. This is, we are talking about the Krishna Loka, Krishna Udu. The mood of heroine, Naika, in Shastric language it is called Naika. Nayak means hero, Naika means heroine. The mood of Naika, the mood of heroine means those who have direct relationship with Krishna, to have conjugal relationship with Krishna, to give pleasure to Krishna. So that they come in the category. Now, one interesting thing is Kama. The word it is here Kama, but as you know, in Golok Vrindavan there is no Kama, but what? Prema. Then why it is written Kama? Can anyone say, please? Premaiva Gopya Ramyanam Kama iti agamang pratha. It is said, the pure love of the gopis to Krishna in Sri Vrindavan Dham is addressed as Kama, but it's not the Kama of this mundane world, which is known as lust. Okay? So this is nothing but prema. Kama means prema. So here is Sambhog Ichhamai. That means those devotees, those sadhakas who follow the Naika, means the mood of heroine like Radharani, Chandravali, Lalita, Vishaka, all these things, they come in the category of Sambhog Ichhamai. Now the another category is Tat Tat. Two times it is written Tat Tat. Tat Tat Bhava Ichhatmika. What is that? Mood of the servant of the gopis. Here in this category, all the gopis like queens and like Srimati Radharani, Chandravali, all the gopis, they come in this category. And in this category, Tat Tat Bhava Ichhatmika, in this category, they come the servant of the gopis. Like the mood of the servant of the heroine. That means the mood in this category, those devotees come who are the Gopir Bhartir Padakamalayur Dasya Dasanudasa. You heard this line? Heard before? Gopir Bhartir Padakamalayur Dasa Dasanudasa. So this is the category where the devotees, the sadhakas, they come in this category. Now, what is tat and what is again tat? Bhava, Ichatmika. Please pay your attention here, otherwise you will miss it. The point here is that, and among the two, Sambhog Ichamai has direct relationship with Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Vinod ki jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. Go on. I can sit now, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So you see here, now in detail we have to discuss. First point is that one, the sadhakas who have the mood of having direct relationship with Krishna, that is called Sambhog Ichamai, and the sadhakas who doesn't have that mood. See, the mood, the sentiments to give pleasure to Krishna, like gopis. Gopis' love towards Krishna is what? Giving pleasure to Krishna, not getting, not expecting. That is called gopis. So their existence is meant to give pleasure to Krishna, direct Krishna. That is called that they have the direct relationship with Krishna. But other types of devotees. Now, please listen. Why it is written tat bhava? One word tat bhava is understood that in that category, those devotees who have the mood or the sentiments to give pleasure to Krishna, but not the action. भाव बस है, क्रिया नहीं. What is the difference between bhav and kriya? What is the difference between mood and action? The mood is that, yes, they also, those category also, their existence is to give pleasure to Krishna. But they don't want to associate directly with Krishna. They are completely satisfied with uniting Radha Krishna. So that is tat bhava. Means bhava is there. Their bhava is also to give pleasure to Krishna, but not going directly to meet with Krishna. But the mood is to give pleasure to Krishna, but the action is not directly going and embracing Krishna or dancing with Krishna. No. Their mood is to be the servant of the servant, and their pleasure in uniting Radha with Krishna or Chandravali with Krishna. That is tat bhava. And they are the manjaris. Manjaris, the little girls, maybe around 10-year-old, they don't unite with Krishna. Their effort is always to be the servant of the main heroine. That is, if they are in the category of left wing, they are the servant of Radharani. If they are right wing of Krishna, then the servant of Chandravali. So their whole existence, their consciousness is always, even if they are allowed, they are not happy with that to directly unite with Krishna. They are always in the mood of the servant of the heroine, of the servant of the servant of the servant of the main heroine. That is Srimati Radharani's Dasya, Dasya, Dasya Bhav. And they are the Manjaris. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, और बोलिए Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and Loknath Goswami, Bhugarva Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, and Srinivas Acharya. Who else? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Everyone, our spiritual master, their mood is this. Okay, that we understood that they don't unite directly with Krishna, they are always in the mood of being the servant of the main, Srimati Radhika. But then what is another word, tat? Tat bhava ichatmika is understood, but it is said that tat bhava ichatmika. One word tat bhava ichatmika is like manjari bhava. But another word tat bhava ichatmika is that coming one step down is rupa anuga. You see there are two words tat, all of you see? So one word tat bhava ichatmika means manjari. Then why there is another word tat bhava ichatmika means Rupa Goswami. One word tat bhava ichatmika means the manjari bhav. Another word tat bhava ichatmika means sadhaka has to follow. One who is practicing this type of ranganuga bhakti, he has to follow the Rupa Manjari in his or her Siddha Deha and the Rupa Goswami in Sadhaka Deha, in Sadhaka body. Therefore, our yatra, our journey starts from Rupa Goswami's first book, Sri Upadesamrut. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam jiva vegam udara upastha vegam etan vegan yo visaheta dhira sarvam api mang prithibing. So our journey starts from there. So our homework starts from here. Vacho vegam, mano vegam, jiva vegam, udara upastha vegam. So we follow Rupa Goswami. Therefore it is written Rupanuga. One tat word is for Rupanuga. Controlling Vacho vegam, mano vegam, jiva vegam, udara vegam, upastha vegam. Then we become the true follower of Rupa Goswami. And gradually, if you read NOI, Nectar of Instruction, Upadesamrut, it takes us to the highest platform, that is Tannamat Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Smritya Kramena Rasana Manasa Niyojya Tishthan Brajeta Danuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayet Akhilam Iti Upadesa Saram. Text 8. So it takes us from Vacho Begam gradually to Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu. Always absorb in his name, activities, pastime, Leela, Rupa, Charitra, all these things. And then the topmost place is Radha Kund. So Upadesamrut is the book which is for all types of sadhaka in our movement from PDC to GBC. In New Bhakta training they say PDC, no? From PDC means New Bhaktas to ABC or GBC, whatever. All types of devotees, this book is very important. One of our sannyasi, Prabhupada disciple, his name is His Holiness Hanuman Presak Swami. He's a wonderful sannyasi, he's a very scholar. If you see or meet him sometime, his favorite book is Nectar of Instruction, always he keeps with him. Small book. And he always reads. Anywhere he goes, he speaks from there, then he gives a Bhagavatam class. That is his favorite. So point here is that we have to follow, we have to progress in this way. So when one tat tat bhava ichhatmika, and that is nothing but what Mahaprabhu appeared to give all of us. We say na, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu aaye Krishna prem dene ke liye, gopi bhav. No, no, no. What exactly Mahaprabhu gave us? Listen carefully. Unnata ujjvala rasa. Sarup Damodar Goswami's sloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila. Anarpita charim chira karunaya avatirna kalau samarpaitum unnata ujjvala rasa. What is that unnata ujjvala rasa? This is only through Nam Sankirtan what Mahaprabhu gave to this entire world. That is Unnata Ujjvala Rasa. So what is Unnata Ujjvala Rasa? That is nothing but Manjari Bhav. What is? Tat Tat Bhava Ichhatmika. Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. Chari Bhava Dui Mui Diya Mui Nachai Mutri Bhuvan. Gaur Govind Maharaj's favorite verse. In his Vyasasan, he shouts like a tiger, lion. If you hear his lecture. His Holiness Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj. Mahaprabhu appeared not to give us Shantaras or any kind of ras. He appeared to this world to give Chari Bhava Dui Diya Moi Nachai Mutri Bhuvan. I will appear in this world through Nam Sankirtan. I will inundate entire world, flood with Prem Nam Sankirtan, giving 4 types of rasa. In ISKCON there is no Shantarasa. Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. And most prominently Madhurya Rasa. For that Mahaprabhu has appeared. This is the speciality in Gaudiya Sampradaya where Mahaprabhu appeared. To give us the mood of the servant of the heroine, that is called Manjari Bhava. Now the point is that who can practice this Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti? Answer is anyone. Male, female, brahmachari, grihastha, sannyasi, anyone. Is there any example? Yes. Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he says, in Dandakaranya, when Lord Ramchandra appeared, the rishis in Dandakaranya, they saw Lord Ram, they are spontaneously attracted towards Lord Ram in a conjugal relation, in conjugal mood. They are in the body, male body. But when they saw Lord Ramchandra, they spontaneously attracted to Ram in a conjugal mood. But Lord Ram had taken a vow to accept Ekapatni Vrata. So he didn't say yes or no. He kept mauna, maunam sammati lakshanam. He said, as if he is saying that your desires will be fulfilled in the next incarnation. All the munis of Dandakaranya, they become the gopis in Golok, in Vrindavan, Bhauma Vrindavan. And Krishna fulfilled their desires. So to practice Raganuga Sadhana, irrespective of body, male, female, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, anyone can. That is, one example is given. Another example by how one practice Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. First of all, we have to understand 3 points I will tell you. Please remember. Who can practice? What is the criteria? How? Okay? Who can practice? Anyone. Boy, girl, man, woman, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, anyone can practice because this is sadhana bhakti. Just like we practice Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, in the same way this is Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Anyone can practice. What is the criteria? Next point. Who can practice? In that example, Rupa Goswami gives the munis of Dandakaranya. Even they also had this spontaneous attraction towards the Lord. Now, what is the criteria? Criteria is that a devotee should have a simple faith faith on Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and Radharani, Gopis and all they are the eternal associates of the Lord. They are not the boys and girls of Bangalore. Am I right? They are not the boys and girls of this city or this world. One who has strong faith on this point, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his Hladini potency is Srimati Radharani, and their pastimes are also super transcendental. This much faith one has. So this is the basic criteria I am saying. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is the basic criteria where a devotee practice. Because Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, ranganuga sadhana bhakti, they are the two ways of practicing sadhana. Okay. Now the simple faith that Krishna is the Supreme Lord and surrendering to him and practicing all the 64 limbs of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, one comes to such a platform that he develops greed. Now one point has to be added, as I said before also, develops greed, intense greed towards the Lord. Then that devotee, that sadhaka can practice raganuga sadhana bhakti. Now the question is how to develop that greed, isn't it? How to increase, how to develop that intense greed. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Rupa Goswami says, by darshan of the Lord, 1. By hearing katha, 2. By reading such literature, 3. By associating with such sadhus, 4. By going to such places where Krishna performed pastimes, these are the ways how one develops that intense greed. And most important, this greed may develop from previous life. In this life, you see me, I see you, you look at me, I look at you. But no one knows in this assembly who has done 80% of bhakti, 90% of bhakti in his previous life. Anyone knows? But one point as sure is that we must have done some kind of bhakti unmukha sukruti, agyant sukruti, that in this life we accepted a spiritual master and we are practicing bhakti. And we are moving ahead. So this greed may develop from previous life also. That one from the childhood, you see the children of congregations, our congregation members, from the childhood, some children they have very spontaneous attraction towards the Lord. They quickly practice all the limbs of bhakti very smoothly. For them, no need to tell them to come to the temple or do pranam, everything. You see in YouTube, there are so many children who are very famous, like some Bhagavad Prabhu, little boy. My God, what preaching he does, Bhagavad Prabhu, just like elderly person. जब क्यों करना चाहिए देखो सिखाता हूं अभी, like that he starts. That little boy. So from here you can understand that this spontaneous attraction towards the Lord, spontaneous attraction towards the devotion may come from the previous life also. No one knows. So in this way one develops intense greed towards the Supreme Lord. Again I am repeating, darshana, Sravana, such types of similar types of Sangha, going visiting the holy place, or it may come from the previous life. I'll give you one example. Prabhupada had many disciples, and all the disciples are wonderful. Many moons are there, right? But some of the disciples, they are by birth Vaishnava. They were just waiting some spiritual master, some guru to come. Like His Holiness Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj. If you have read his charitra, his life story, in the first meeting, Prabhupada said, "Have you taken sannyas?" Just imagine, no PDC training, no New Bhakta training program, nothing. How come Prabhupada could know that first meeting? He said, "Have you taken sannyas? I'll give you sannyas." All the Western disciples of Prabhupada, they were amazed to hear this. Brahmanand Swami, Tamal Krishna Goswami, all were there. Prabhupada, how it can possible? He just came. He just came and met you first time, and you are saying that I'll give you sannyas. And Prabhupada said, he is born Vaishnava. He has done everything in his previous lives. He was searching for a guru, isn't it? So this is called intense greed, spontaneous attraction towards the Lord, which is coming from the lifetimes. I think you must have heard this also. That within 6 months, if I am right, you can correct me, within 6 months, 1976 to 77, within 6 months, Prabhupada gave Harinam Diksha, Gayatri Diksha, Sannyas Diksha to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. All the 3 initiation. With such, he came very late. Do you know this? Bhakti Charu Maharaj came very late. 70, end of the 76 or 77, like that. 77, I think. And then he quickly progressed. He got all the initiation, and Prabhupada had so much faith on him. All our ISKCON gurus, you see, they are not so ordinary. You see their lifestyle, if you read their biography, as if they are not practicing in this life. They are all, since lifetime they are practicing. So no matter whether from lifetime and in this life they have the spontaneous attraction towards the Lord, or in this life, if someone has developed spontaneous attraction towards the Lord by hearing such kathas, by associating with such sadhus, by taking darshan of the Lord, if one has developed that intense greed, he can practice ranganuga sadhana. But ideally, now whenever there is a abhyaya pada, tu, kintu, parantu, but, the later part, uttaradha, we have to hear attentively. Ideally, it is said that a sadhaka, a devotee, whether the devotee is he or she, the best platform to practice it is almost anartha nivruti. See, anartha nivruti, another point is that anartha will remain even till bhava bhakti, according to Madhurya Kadambini. Anartha, the tinge of anartha will remain even at the platform of bhava. But almost all anarthas will get rid. 99%, 99.99% anarthas will get rid at the stage of bhava. Only a slight 0.1% may be there. Sometime it may appear. But even in clearing stage, while practicing bhakti, even now we are practicing bhakti, the anarthas are going. And we are marching towards nishtha bhakti, naishthika bhakti. We every day recite before Bhagavatam, the famous verse is what? Nashta prayesu avadresu nityang bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke naishthiki. Nashta prayesu, it is said na, प्राय अनर्थ नष्ट हो जाते हैं. At the stage of Nishtha, 75% of anarthas, almost anarthas are getting rid. They are going away. So, point here is that the sadhaka has to free from anartha, especially the gross anartha, which is known as sexual attraction. If a sadhaka has developed a distaste towards sexual attraction and a natural attraction towards Lord develops, it may be some 50-50 percentage or 60-40 or 70-30, whatever may be. But that gross attraction is not there. He can swiftly progress in ranganuga sadhana bhakti. Yesterday I mentioned in the class, there is nothing, don't think that something extra has to be done. Everything is there in our daily program. In the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, ranganuga sadhana is intrinsic there. But while practicing, when the intense greed, spontaneous attraction gradually develops, then that sadhaka will not wait for any shastric, logical or authority instruction, not. Internally, he will practice that ranganuga sadhana mode, he will develop that mode. While practicing Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, no one will be able to know that who is practicing ranganuga sadhana. That is the point, because no ranganuga sadhaka will ever mention that I am practicing ranganuga sadhana. That is another symptom of a sadhaka. But he will develop this spontaneous attraction towards the Lord, he or she, in his daily practice of spiritual life. Everything, the same Mangalarati, the same Tulsi Arati, the same chanting, the same Bhagavatam class, the same service, but whole paradigm is different. When someone practices ranganuga sadhana, whole consciousness is changed. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, again Rupa Goswami gives the example of a beautiful, fair woman. Her name is Chandrakanti. Don't imagine some TV serial. Who is this lady Chandrakanti? Listen, Rupa Goswami gives from Purana. There was a very beautiful young girl, fair girl, looks very pretty. Her name was Chandrakanti. Rupa Goswami Pad gives this example for ranganuga sadhaka. So once she came to the temple and then she gazed at Lord, the Lord's beauty. When she gazed at Lord's beauty, she developed spontaneous attraction towards the Lord, so much so she started dancing in temple hall. Tathaya, 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 with chanting the holy name, Nam Sankirtan, and she started dancing, and she was completely unaware of outside circumstance. कोई देख रहा है मुझे, कोई टोक रहा है, my mother is there, how can I dance? My father is there. No, she was completely unaware. And that is the state what Srimad Bhagavatam said. Evam vratasva priya nama kritya jatanuraga dutta chitta utsai hasyatyati rodyati evam gayati unmadavo lok nrutyati vahya. Lok vahya, वो परवाह नहीं करता है ऐसा भक्त. So she started dancing, and you know how long she started, she was dancing? Entire night. She took the darshan of the Lord and spontaneously started singing and dancing. Entire night she was dancing without having any tiredness. And thinking that as if she is also one of the gopis, like Radharani or any gopis, and she was dancing. Dear devotees, this example gives by Rupa Goswami, but we have to remember that this doesn't happen in one lifetime. This is a lifetime practice, and then one develops such spontaneous attraction towards the Lord. So we should not be discouraged, even though we started this life. But it doesn't depend on any condition. See, mercy can flow from by the Lord or through any devotees. And in this lifetime also one can develop. You know, there is a famous question answer session by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, the famous video. Some disciple asked to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, it takes how long to become perfect in the chanting, in spiritual, in practice? Prabhupada said what? One moment. You remember this? One moment. So that's one moment word is relative, no? Am I right? One moment is relative for all of us. The one moment is 1 moment, 1 moment is 1 month, 1 moment is 1 year, one moment is 10 year, 15 year, 50 year, one lifetime, many lifetime. But Prabhupada said 1 moment. Why he said 1 moment? Because it depends upon the intensity of our practice, isn't it? So we heard that criteria, and who practices this, and now the exact what a devotee has to do if he wants to practice ranganuga sadhana bhakti. Okay, 4 points from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. First point, write down, Krishnam Smaran. First point is Krishnam Smaran. What one has to do to practice ranganuga sadhana? First point, Krishnam Smaran. The verse goes like this, Krishnam Smaran Janam Chasya, write down, Janam Chasya, Krishnam Smaran Janam Chasya, maybe I'll write down in this board.